Hey everybody, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to attempt a necklace today. And I say attempt because it's different than anything I've made before. I don't know how this will turn out. I've got an idea in my head, and when I get an idea in my head, I just have to try to execute it. I'm not sure it's going to work out. As I've said before, this may all end in tragedy. But I'm going to try this. These are the beads from the GGC's treasure bag called Midnight Blue. I'm going to try to get all these beads right. I've got my paper here. These are the 8x6mm turquoise painted crackle glass rondelle beads. These are the 22x10mm sky blue oval painted swirl baked glass beads. I think these are the 4mm round silver gray faceted glass beads. These are the 4mm round draw bench sky blue glass beads. These are some spacers from my stash. These are some findings. I've got a lobster clasp, an extender chain, and some jump rings in there. I've got 4 wire guardians and 4 2x2 crimp tubes. And I use the beaded crimp tubes. I've got this diffuser locket. It is a 44x33x11mm hollow gunmetal tone brass diffuser locket. And I saw Gina when she unbagged this on her channel. She was talking about you could put some crystals in here or some kind of beads in here maybe to shine through. So I had these blue beads that I bought like forever ago. I think I got them on eBay. There were like 500 of them. They're like little tiny 3mm bicones. So I filled this up with them. Let's see if I can get it open so I can show you. Probably ought to open it this way or they'll spill out. Oh, some of them spilled out. I filled it up with them. As full as I could get it because I wanted them to shine through there. You probably can't tell, but in the camera, but you can kind of, when you turn it, you can see a little blue shining through there. I've got a bunch of eye pins here because I'm going to need eye pins. I've got this bead stringing wire. For some reason, the only soft flex bead stringing wire I've got is in fine, and I wanted something a little thicker. I don't know why I've only got it in fine. I found this, and I think this is probably 7-strand. I don't know for sure. I think I got it out of one of the subscription boxes I've been subscribed to over the years, so I'm going to use it. These beads are not heavy, but they're bigger, so I thought I wanted something just a little thicker. I've got my bead stoppers. I've got some of the chain because I'm going to hang the pendant from a little piece of chain and probably put some on the back, depending how long it comes out to be. I've got my beading awl. I always have that handy. I've got my chain nose pliers, my tweezer pliers. Tweezer pliers are Zuron. I've got my bent nose pliers that I got from BB Craft. I've got both of my cutters. One I use for bead stringing wire and the other I use for head pins and eye pins and that kind of thing. They're both Zuron. I've got my crimping pliers from Beaded and my round nose pliers that I got from BB Craft. And I think that's everything. Oh, and I've got my little New Orleans shot glass. I have to always have my New Orleans shot glass, put my little pieces of wire in when I cut them off. I think that's everything. Let me get some of this out of the way and I'll be back. I discovered through trial and error that I had to add a couple of little 8/0s to my supply list because I already strung this once and my little crimp tube got swallowed up by the big hole in these spacer beads. So I've already got one end of this crimped. I just started over because I didn't want to take it apart and make y'all have to watch me do it all over again. So I'm going to put this little 8/0 down here to keep my crimp tube from getting swallowed up. And then I'm going to do a spacer bead, 3 of the rondelles, spacer bead, oval bead, spacer bead, 3 of the rondelles, spacer bead, oval bead, spacer bead, 3 of the rondelles, spacer bead, oval bead, spacer bead, 3 of the rondelles, spacer bead, oval bead, spacer bead, 3 of the rondelles, spacer bead, and an 8/0 bead. Okay, now I'm going to put my crimp tube on and the wire guardian. I'll go back through the wire guardian, other channel, go through my crimp tube, let's go back through a bead or two on this side because it helps get my hands out of the way and get some leverage when I'm pulling. Try to keep my wires from being crossed. Pull on my wire guardian and hold my wire guardian and pull through. Okay, now I'm going to try to, I don't want to leave any gaps, but I don't want it to be real tight either. I'm going to take my crimping pliers and go in the second part of the crimping pliers. The one side has the little divot and the other side has the little notch. I'm going to squeeze my little wire guardian shut a little bit first. Really gently. Okay. Now I'm going to put my crimping pliers in there. Squeeze. Turn it 90 degrees. And that puts each of the little wires in its own little channel. Now I'm going to go in the top part of the crimping pliers and squeeze and fold my crimp. I'm going to tug. That's good. So now I'm going to cut off the extra wire. So that's what I've got so far. This is going to be a very asymmetrical necklace. This is going to be one side. That might be very long, but let's see how long it is. It's 9 inches. Okay. I might not have to put any chain on the back at all. Okay, now I'm going to take these little 4mm black beads, and I'm going to make a beaded chain. I'm going to take my eye pin, put this little fella on here, take my pliers, go just a little bit. I'm going to do simple loops. I'm going to go just a little bit above the bead so I don't crack my bead. Turn a 90-degree angle, cut off, leaving about 1/4 an inch of the eye pin. Hold this so that it doesn't go flying, hit you in the eye. Cut off. Take my round nose pliers. Make sure there's no wire sticking out here. Turn the loop. Make sure it's closed really well. And if the loops aren't exactly straight, which mine almost always are not, I just take both pliers and just straighten them up. And that's what I've got. I'm going to make a whole bunch of these. I've got a few made. If I can find it, here they are. I've got a few made there. My idea, y'all gonna think I'm crazy, is I'm gonna make this little beaded chain, hook all these together to go up this side, and then on the other side of this, I'm going to string these on beading wire, because these beads are bigger, and I thought if I did 2 strands on this side, that would kind of balance it out. So I'm going to make as many of these as I need to get it as long as this is, and I'll be back. Okay, this is what I've got so far. I just strung these on some beading wire and crimped them on both ends. I didn't figure y'all needed to see me do that. Spend an hour watching me thread little teeny tiny beads on beading wire. And then I've got my beaded chain made here. I'm going to put one more on it. I just realized I didn't show hooking them together, although I'm sure y'all don't need me to show you that. But I'm going to just open it here. Hook it together. Of course, you don't have to hook these directly to each other. You can hook them together with jump rings if you want to. I just kind of like the way it looks, the way they look hooked together. Plus, I don't want to use up that many jump rings. Okay. Now, I've got a little bitty piece of the chain here that came in the box, or the bag. I'm going to take a 6mm jump ring, and I'm going to thread on one side of the chain, put it through my locket, put the other side of the chain on my jump ring, I think. Should have cut a little bit bigger piece of chain, but I didn't really want it to hang that far down. Oh, come on now. I know you'll go on there. There we go. Okay, now put this side on here. Put this one on the outside and this one on the inside. Close it back up. Make sure it's closed really well. Everything laid out here. I don't think I'm going to need any chain on the back of it. I don't think anybody's going to want that to be any longer than it already is. So I'm going to take my another 6mm jump ring and my lobster clasp. So we'll see here if I measure right, if these are the same on both sides. And then I'm going to take a bigger jump ring for my lobster to clasp onto. Thread this on the inside. Oh, and I'm going to put my extender chain on here. Yep. Guess I'll do that over. Just in case anybody wants it longer. Okay, there we go. Hook it together and see what we have. There we go. There is my idea. Might be kind of strange. I don't know if I think I've got these over here too long. Okay, I thought it might not be. I thought these sides might be too long, but once I get it spread out like it would be on your neck, I think it's okay. So that's my necklace that I had in my head. It's different than anything I've ever made before. I don't know about it. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if there's anything you would like to see me do that I haven't done. If I can do it, I will. I can't do everything, so I don't know if I can do it, but I'll try it if I can. As usual, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched the videos I've made and commented. I have a website where I sell my jewelry. It's Teresa's Handmade Jewelry, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below in case you're interested, along with a link to my Facebook and Instagram and my email. If you haven't, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. So until next time, I hope you all have a great day. Take care.
Thank you.